Do you ever feel like you're doing all the things and doing everything to the best of your ability, even doing everything right, but you are still so exhausted, teetering on the edge of burnout? You are not alone. Mental health clinician, burnout researcher, and author Dr. Julie Merriman is here to help us figure out once and for all what women actually need to heal burnout. Bloom Health Club starts now.
From the Stream Center, welcome to Bloom Health Club, sponsored by Monticello Family and Sedation Dentistry.
Welcome to Bloom Health Club. I'm your host, Amber Freeman. Today we are talking burnout. We all know that feeling, right? But do we actually know what it truly means? Mental health clinician, a burnout researcher, and author, Dr. Julie Merriman joins us now. Dr. Merriman, so good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you know what? Just talking about the word burnout, I think my mouth kind of curls and you get that ick feeling.
Right.
Is that normal?
I think it is. And I think that especially those of us that are maybe overachieving, maybe a female,
maybe a woman,
maybe have a family and a job and all the things, we lose, we're so busy performing, we lose touch with when we're hungry, when we're thirsty. I mean,
it's so true.
All the things. We're so busy serving. So I think that kind of ick feeling can come up when we kind of take a breath and settle in and go, oh my, what am I feeling here?
Ooh, oh my. When you even said talking, trying to take a break, eating lunch, doing those things, a feeling of kind of guilt, like, oh no, I can't do that. I'm not even in the situation, and I felt that. I was like, oh wait,
yeah,
is that normal? I don't feel like it should be.
So normal. So normal to feel guilty for taking a moment for ourselves. For how often have you thought, well, I'll eat at the desk and I'll make sure the kids' stuff is taken care of. I'll do all the things during lunch, when research shows the very thing you need to do is sit down and eat. Sit down and rest.
And take that break.
Take that breath, yes.
Why are we arguing with research? Especially if it's going to make us better. You say, though, that this burnout, I think men, women, kids even now say they're burnt out, no matter when they just kind of are tired or we feel a feeling and we don't know what other term to put with it. But you're saying that there's something else, a disconnection that is the new burnout. It's not actually that we really want to leave our job and forget what's going on in life.
Absolutely, no. And I think when we don't have a word for what's really going on, the easiest thing to say is, well, I'm burned out. But the kind of burnout I'm talking about, a vacation isn't going to fix it. You come back and you're just as exhausted and you're thinking, what in the heck is going on here? And it goes to our nervous system. It's not time management. It's not that you want to leave your job. You love your job. You love your family. It's that your nervous system is so dysregulated, you're not able to rest. You're not able to feel. When you have that yummy nap on Sunday,
oh, yeah.
you wake up and you're just like, I still feel like crap. What's going on?
And it's physical.
It's very physical, very physical. So if we look at this through the lens of nervous system regulation, which is how I approach burnout, I approach it a little different from just, the definition out there about burnout is just there's more work than there's resources to get done. I absolutely agree with that. But we're going to take it a little further and look at that nervous system, because when it's in a state of survival and when we are, and my Impersive Soul Joy book is about my burnout. I crashed and burned bad. Crispy fried. And so what I learned about burnout is really that journey back. But when we are working, you get up at 5 a.m, you go teach aerobics, you work at a 12-hour day.
I wish I was getting up and teaching aerobics. Manifest that for me.
Right, talk to the amygdala. But you work a 12-hour day, then you go to your private practice and put in 4 or 5 hours, and you come home and you are absolutely toast, but you push through. Resilience. I have some theories about resilience, but you pushed through to get up and do it again. Your nervous system gets the cue. Oh, she's in survival mode.
Yes.
She doesn't want to rest. She's going to stay in in the sympathetic state, which is that fight or flight 24/7. And the very first thing that happens, our brain is very stingy with our energy. So the very first thing it's going to do is go, well, this chick doesn't want pleasure. We're taking that offline.
Yep.
We'll think about digesting food. I don't know. All these things happen.
The check boxes, as you're saying all of this, because I think most of us have those days where we do all the things. Maybe we have to add the teaching aerobics in there as well. But when we get home at night, we're so tired. But when it comes time to actually lay down and go to sleep,
You're wired.
yeah, just so wired up. The head's spinning, can't go to bed. And then you're up all night and it's just on repeat. And then it feels even worse the next day.
Oh, absolutely. It's compounded. And then you get to midlife and things are so compounded by then because that luscious estrogen that helped buffer wanting to kill people and such, Not that any of us would do that.
It's not happening, not happening.
No. But that estrogen buffer is gone, so our tolerance is really depleted as well.
So there really is some physical reasons for this. You say we need a good girl detox. I love that. What's that mean?
Well, a lot of that means getting your system regulated, not kicking to fawn, which is another trauma response, nervous system response that a lot of us go to because we learned, and it's primal. If there was a time if we were kicked out of the tribe, we wouldn't survive. So very early, we learned that it's very important to be liked and a part of this tribe.
Right.
Tribe, if you will. So this fawn response comes up, and that's that appeasing, also known as people-pleasing.
Yes. Oh, yes. We all know that, I think.
That's a big one.
That's a hard thing to break.
It is because it's that saber-toothed tiger again. You think that you're going to die if someone doesn't like you. And I'm not saying it's rational. I mean, I'm a therapist. I take people through these beliefs that we have, but this is a real core belief that if I'm not liked, I'm going to be kicked out of the tribe and I might die. I need to be lovable. I need to be.
Do you think this is more of a woman thing or a generational thing on the way we were raised?
I think it is a personality thing and a family of origin thing because I've seen just as many men experience this as well as even younger women experience it. But I do think, and I was born in 1963, those of us baby boomers, we really were raised in a little different environment.
Yes. Yes. But then the baby boomers raised the millennials. Is that so? It's kind of, is it a cycle that just continues?
Maybe so, but I see. In fact, I just got back from Costa Rica. We took the kids to spend some time out in Costa Rica.
Ooh, good for you.
And I mean, my kids are in their 40s, but I was watching how they're raising their grandkids, and they have a very different vibe.
It seems like it is different. So that maybe that generational gap's kind of helping improve that people-pleasing syndrome?
I think so, because I mean, I have a 16-year-old granddaughter, and she was she was not worried about people-pleasing.
No, it's so different. It's so different now.
Yeah.
And then it's I can see where this would cause conflict, because when you're doing that, you're saying we should not be doing this, but it feels so wrong to go against that.
It goes against every fiber of your body. When we get this burned out, when it's this nervous system burnout, this over decades, it's embedded in our tissues. Mm-hmm. It's not. You can't think your way out of it. The first thing we want to do is get a mindset app or something along those lines. Your frontal cortex is not all the way online when we are in a survival state in our nervous system. So those apps aren't going to help at that point. We've got to get regulated so that we can get to the meditation.
Is there a way to get screened for this? I mean, this has to do. You go to the doctor and you tell them you're tired. The first thing they want to do is put you on medication. Right. If they even check your hormones, that's if.
If, yeah.
Then it's not there. It's always get more sleep. Get more sleep.
Or at 63, I'm getting told, you're just old. The fighting words.
There's nothing old about you.
Well, maybe, but I still want to feel good.
Right.
And I have found an amazing hormone doctor. So there are people out there trained. But I would just invite gals and guys, if you're being told, oh, you're just tired, no.
Explore outside that.
Yes. Find a good therapist. Find someone who knows about nervous system regulation.
Do you think that it has anything to do with anxiety or depression? Is it something deeper than that?
Well, it's kind of a chicken and an egg kind of thing.
Which one comes first?
Yeah.
Because you're going to become depressed if you're in that state.
You will. I don't know it would be where the DSM, I'm going to diagnose you as depressed, but the symptomology is going to be there. And those are things to look at and be very, remove shame. We are so, our first response is always
Pride and that ego.
well, yeah, and shame that, well, how I failed. Why can't I do this? What's wrong with me? And I just invite just a big, deep cleansing breath and a rectangle breath for 6 in, hold for 4, 8 out. That helps your vagal nerve.
Okay, let's go over that again. I know we all need to use that.
A big cleansing breath. So 6 to 4 counts in, hold for 6 counts, exhale for 8 counts. And if you can, make a, like when you blow on a mirror, kind of noise in the back of your throat, that activates that vagus nerve, and that's going to help your nervous system regulate a bit and come back online.
Itself, and then kind of take that breather and get to it. Because something like this has to affect our relationships, whether it's at work, our family.
If you are in sympathetic activation, the first thing that go, and that's our nervous system, you are not where you can socially be connected. That only happens in the ventral state, and that's where we want to be. That's where pleasure comes online. That's where we want to connect. We want to help.
So does that how does that come across? Does it come across more as a brain fog? Do you get snappy with people? Are you actually even taking in what people are saying?
Yes, to all of that. Yes, to absolutely.
Not from experience.
Yeah.
You know. But no, for
Absolutely.
sure. I know this feeling. It's awful. And you feel like you're walking around in a cloud and you're so disconnected from every single thing that's happening.
Everything. And that's one of the first things I do with my patients or my clients, depending on where they come in, is trying to help them get regulated so they can connect again. Because research shows the very thing we need when we're in that is to connect, is to have support.
And you can't. You feel so far removed from anything else.
Well, you think you're going to die.
Yes.
I mean, that may not be the forethought, but you honestly, we were going to go ziplining in Costa Rica the other day. And we did go. And I'm terrified of heights, but I thought, well, I want to be with the family.
So you did it.
Oh, I was so dysregulated. I was in sympathetic state. I thought I was going to die. But my son, both my boys, they were so good. They came up and they looked me in the eyes and like, Mom, it's okay. You don't have to. Breathe, Mom. And we have some mirror neurons. When they started doing that, my mirror neurons kicked in. I calmed down and I was able to, I didn't shake near as bad. I was able to zip line. After that first run, I was fine. But
You were so good. Did you do it again?
oh, honey, it was so fun. It was
You look so excited.
It was so, and I was like, who in the hell raised these boys? That was amazing.
It was you. That was you.
No, they did that for themselves, but they knew to come and be gentle and kick in those mirror neurons.
Okay, that's what I think is fascinating, these mirror neurons. Is this something that we're born with? Is this what it is? You know, we always talk about the 5 people that you're around are the people you're going to be most like.
Right.
Is that similar? Does that come into play? Is that just tells you how important it is to be around people?
Yeah, I would think that does have a component there. Bander's learning theory probably has some stuff to do there, but yes, it's going to help neurons that fire together stay together. I mean, it's a healthy thing. So if you have some really healthy people role modeling for you early on, what a gift.
And being around that.
Yes, but those neuroneurons are available to us at any time. Just to remember, years ago I ran a psychiatric unit, and people might be escalating, and you have to. Girl,
I bet you have some stories.
It was a rodeo, but I learned quite by accident because they were completely dysregulated. But when they went up, if I went down, they would start coming down.
So it's just being around somebody that's like that.
Yes. And I just invite your listeners to try a little scientific experiment.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah,
Be around those kind of people?
Yeah.
Okay, so you say something that may sound counterintuitive to so much that we hear all the time. Self-care. It sounds nice, but it may not actually be working for when it comes to this burnout.
Well, it can be gaslighting because so often we're working our buns off, and someone says, "Well, just rest.
Yep.
Take better care
Go
of
get a
yourself."
massage.
Yeah. And you're like, you think
And
I'm
you're like,
not.
well, I want one, but I don't know. It helps for a minute, but then what?
A hot minute. Yeah. Yes. So sometimes, not all the time. I mean, I talk about self-care in my book, but it can come across as very gaslighting.
Yes.
That somehow we're not doing
Especially
something
if it's coming
right.
from a man and you're upset and they're like, well, you just need to take a minute for yourself.
No one has ever calmed down in the history of the world being told to calm down.
True. That's facts.
No, in fact, well, that's a whole other.
That's a whole other subject.
Whole other.
But you don't think that this, the bubble baths, the vacations, the yoga, it's not actually getting to the core of the matter of real burnout.
It's not. And please hear me. Those are wonderful things. Just got
course.
back from Costa Rica. It was great. It goes back to nervous system regulation. And if that frontal cortex is not available to come online, and I'm a yoga instructor. I love yoga,
Same.
but it's
Not an instructor.
well, we love it. It's great. And to move energy through our body is very important. But if we're in a dysregulated state, that frontal cortex is not available to do what we need it to do.
So what can we do? Because I know we're not lost here, and we're not going to the doctor for burnout, but there is a reason that we need to get some help, because we can't do this alone, because I feel like then you get caught in that spiral.
You could get caught in the spiral, and it's great to have support. And I think what really helps is to have someone with you is to validate some of the things you're doing. What I've learned as a therapist over the last 30 years, it's the baby steps that I help my clients recognize that they've made. To go, well, last week you were doing this, but this week they go, oh, that's right.
And then become that pattern.
I'm making progress. But it's small things. I'm telling you, this is not rocket science. I would not be doing this if it were rocket science. It's little bitty things like getting grounded. I live in the middle of how many 1,000 acres in Texas, 3 miles down a dirt road.
Oh.
If someone shows up at my house, it's like, what are you doing at my house?
That kind of sounds.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah, relaxing.
It's wonderful. And so it's very easy when I'm feeling dysregulated to step outside and get grounded. Shoes off, rub your feet in the grass.
Oh, so actually, like grounding.
Grounding,
Okay.
absolutely. That's going to help start to regulate your nervous system. Go on a walk. Leave the phone at home. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Leave the
Yep.
phone at
We
home.
hear it, but we need to do it. We actually need to take action and just leave it.
Yes. Vitamin D, sunshine. Go outside without sunscreen for a hot minute and allow the sunshine to regulate that nervous system.
And that'll help.
It absolutely helps.
So these are real. I mean, these are things that we can do so simple, but they seem so simple that a lot of times we don't do them.
We
They
discount
work.
them. We discount them. I'm feeling this is big. I want something right here, right now. All we need to do is we need to regulate that nervous system.
Yeah.
As that micro rebellion, instead of giving an answer immediately, allow your nervous system to regulate. Give it a cue. Just sit here. You don't have to answer right now, and then answer.
Let's go over that again, because with the good girl detox, we're good girls. Trying to rebel seems a little crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so I
Yes.
like that you call this a micro rebellion.
We have to start micro because the last thing we want to do is destroy our nervous system.
Just go buck wild out there.
My mama did that.
I mean, sometimes I guess, hey.
My mother ran off with a rock and roll band when I was 9, and let's just say,
Oh.
her nervous system went.
She was a real rock and
She
roll
was.
rebel, though.
She
Okay,
was.
so micro rebellion, if we're not ready to do that, what is that?
It's just a small. There's several small things you can do, but the very first thing, next time someone asks you to do something, and that can trigger some things in those of us that have some appeasing or fawning going on, don't answer. Don't say yes, don't say no. Just say, I'll get back to you on that. And that signals to your nervous system, it's okay. We're going to learn to take a pause. Holding space is so important. We're going to learn to take a pause, and then you give the answer. And it can even be a text. We're not trying to create
Yeah.
more work, but we're trying to train that nervous system. See, your body is waiting for your brain to give the signal. Relax.
That it's okay.
Go offline. Yeah.
That
yeah.
also probably feels really good if you've been saying yes and you're a people pleaser, to be able to take that minute and take back control.
Right.
And not have to
Absolutely.
automatically say yes.
And you know what happens? the world keeps turning.
That's true.
You wake up alive the next
Music
day.
keeps playing, as your mom would say.
That's right.
Well, let me ask, Nacha, do we have time for any viewer questions? I know we have a few that are really interested because so many of us understand this and we want help because it does seem like you're alone and it's so daunting.
Oh, it does. It does.
When so many women are going through this.
Yes.
Okay, so Lillian wants to know, can burnout affect your physical health or is it just mainly emotional?
I got breast cancer from it.
Oh, man.
I mean, the immunosuppression is real. You're going to find you're the first one at work to have that viral symptom.
Yep.
You're the first one to get flu. You always have a sinus infection. Your tummy hurts, maybe an ulcer. Yes, absolutely. It can.
Stress really comes through in physical symptoms and forms.
Because you're living on this cocktail of adrenaline and cortisol, and you don't have, when you're constantly activated, you don't have a chance to metabolize all that. It's got to go somewhere.
And get better. And then it just feels like sometimes, too, you want to stick to that same story and you just stay and sit.
Right.
And it just goes from one thing to another.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we want to fix this before it gets to that.
You do. And you don't want to minimize it. If you notice, why can't I get rid of this sinus infection? That is a huge, hello, let's do something different.
Let me ask you, was your breast cancer the wake-up call?
It came right after my wake-up call. My husband had brain cancer at the time, and I mean, he's fine. We're fine.
You had everything
But
you're
a
dealing
lot
with.
hit. A lot hit. But it was absolutely a wake-up call. And here's the other wake-up call. Life is good. This is not a dress rehearsal. Get out there and do something that makes you
say that.
feel alive.
Yes. It's so true. We live life so heavy sometimes.
Oh, I was Miss Heavy. I was like, oh my God, I got to push through this. Oh, look at my schedule. I hate, now I look at my schedule and go,
Ooh, I like that attitude. I'm so glad that everything that you're completely healed and
completely.
in remission.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. That also speaks wonders for everything that you're talking about and being able to change that and know that we're in control
absolutely.
to a certain point of our body.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, Taylor asked, why do women often take on more invisible work at the office, like organizing things, supporting coworkers, doing all the things you're talking about?
I think that is really tied to that message we got early on. To be valuable, you better be doing something. Our worth is tied to our performance.
And what we do.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a lot to be learned about ourselves, because as a professor of training counselors, we have to work on boundaries and make sure that being needed isn't getting in the way of what our clients need. And by
Right.
that, a lot of us drawn into a helping field need to be needed, so we need to check that.
We hear that all the time.
Yeah. But you got to leave that at the door. And so some of that could be, I need to be needed, or it could be some control issues that if you don't do it right, I can do it right.
It sounds like it's good to be able to go to talk to someone like you too, because so much of this is a lot to unpack. Yeah. And it's hard to expect people around us who may be going through the same thing to do the same for us.
Right.
But the good news at all of it is that, like you said, life's good.
It was so good.
Life's good.
It's so exciting. And my goal in all my work, it's my passion. I want women to feel alive, just completely embodied and alive.
Yes, and that's what we all want at the heart of the matter. And of course, you have so much more in your book. Thank you so much for coming and sharing all of this today. I feel alive just talking to you. It gives it's so true. The neuron mirroring.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so impactful just sitting across from someone like you. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And of course, you can watch our streaming show, Bloom Health Club, on Apple TV, Fire TV, Roku, Samsung TV, WFLA.com, and YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. See you next week on Bloom Health Club.